Good Sunday morning to you. It's January 15th and another month is about gone in the new year. We are opening today. We're having a pop-up opening at 𝗧𝗂𝗁𝗂 Collections today on Sunday, January 15th. We're going to be here during the warmest part of the day when it's 42 to 50 degrees in the quaint little town of Buchanan between noon and 4 today. So we would love for you to come out and see us. We had numerous calls yesterday asking if we were going to be open today, so we did decide that we can handle it, but we're going to just shorten the hours up to be what is normally our busiest time of the day anyway on Sundays. When we were fully open every Sunday in the past, it was noon until 5. When we did the pop-ups during the holiday season, we opened up from 9 to 5 just to avoid any confusion and to certainly give the most hours possible for people to shop. But we found even with that 8-hour day, what was really happening is the bulk of our traffic was coming around 11 or 12, and then about 3 or so it started to die off. So as a bit of a compromise, we're opening today. We hope that that'll make some people happy. You know, that's part of our job too, is to try to provide as many hours as we possibly can and keep ourselves healthy with everything we have to do in store. So we are here today from noon until 4. We'd love for you to come out and see us if you're able to. Again, it's going to be about 42 to 50 degrees during that time in our area. So, hey, grab some coffee, do your morning duties, whatever they are, whether it's, being able to go to church or whether it's just sitting back, taking it easy by the fireplace on this chilly morning. But we'd love to have you out to see us. As always, we are fully flush with furniture. We are bringing in new furniture about every 2 weeks, sometimes a little bit more often, but we also continue to bring in tons of new home decor each and every week. And yesterday we pushed out even more home decor, little gifty type items that I was talking to you about. So I'll try to take you over and show you some of those. They've also been merged in on multiple displays. So our displays are definitely full. I don't have all the lights on yet. Hey, with the electric bill these days, I'm saving every ounce of electricity I can. But, we'll be 2 hilarious little old ladies. You go first. So cute little signs, certainly signs and blocks as well for not only nurses, but sisters, friends. Here's one with granddaughter. Think good thoughts, say nice things, do good for others. We know that karma, everything comes back. New little wooden blocks in the house, whether it's religious blocks, and we'll have lots more of these coming in. Live by faith, give it to God, or best sis ever. Notice we've got best mom ever, best aunt ever, best Nana ever. We do have best grandma ever on order. It's just not here quite yet. So our lamp displayer, we've kind of added that more for the moment with some religious and some gifty type items that I mentioned to you. We're trying to just continue to find new and different things to bring in. There's always something new and different when it comes to bees. The bee's knees and sweet as can be, or if you drop it down here, be happy, be kind, be nice, or buzz off. So lots of goodies added to this light and bright displayer of all kinds of gnomes, bees, and certainly sunflowers. Again, good morning, and I hope you're doing well this morning. I have recorded a number of videos this week, a number of lives, so I'm going to try to hit the high spots on some of the newer things, particularly that we put out yesterday. Gnome better friend than you. Isn't that just cute as pie? You just want to hug that little sign. We continue to bring in lots of gifty towels. We've had these now for a week or 2, but those will also continue to come in the house. If you're looking for smaller items, not everybody in the world is looking for furniture, although that certainly is a big push for us because that's the backbone to our business. Sweetest grandma ever. Notice the little strawberries. I just dropped in this little ladybug doll here. I thought she was cute. Wanted to hug her too. The berry best. Berry loved. And then notice as you switch over to here, spread sunshine all over the place. Let your light shine and choose to shine. Drop it in there with that little cute doll. She's just adorable as well with some gnomes. So those were just some of the things right off the top of my head that I know we pushed out yesterday, as well as smaller signs. Earlier in the week, we got restocked and reloaded on all things Crossroads candles. Won't go through all the scents again, but we are working on we're trying this anyway, a fragrance of the month. And for this month, it really does smell good. It's called Frosted Pear, and you go, okay, now what in the world does that smell like? But it's got a delicate mix of pear, winter apple, hollyberry, and a hint of cedar. So for the fragrance of the month and the jars without labels for the month of January, this promo will be $19.99 for this scent. So try it out. Of course, the best way to smell a candle is through the lid, pulling the lid off and smelling it there. So again, I'm going to try for a couple months to see how that works, to see if that's something that you all like, having a different fragrance, having it promo priced, and it may then be an item that we would just add on. After the promo period, it would go back to be the regular $24.99. Added on more room sprays. Those have definitely really picked up in popularity. Also brought in pint candles in many of the new Crossroads scents that we've brought in. Some oldies and goodies, of course, butter maple syrup, Grandma's Kitchen, Farmhouse, and Spice, Georgia Peach. But you can see also in fresh linen and country spice. Added different air fresheners as well. There's not a tremendous amount to pick from, but Spice Georgia Peach is very popular in Grandpa's Pipe and Fresh Linen, so those are on the shelf. We added just a little bit of the candles with labels because they do cost more. So they're $26.99 for a 26-ounce jar. So versus $24.99 for the clear jars. Notice here, butter maple syrup with the pancake type label. One referring to family, another one referring to enjoy the minutes and the days will be happy. And then one for Grandma's Kitchen, all about family. The family is the link to the past, the bridge to our future. So we'll kind of see how these label jars, we used to carry all jars with labels, and then as prices continued to go up, we backed away from that and started with just all of the jars without the decorative labels, I guess is the best way to say it. But you can see we are stocked back up on all of the scents that I've really just mentioned, including lilac and fresh apple in our 26-ounce jars. Our mini melts are also restocked all the way over here and over there. So those were some of the items that came in this week. We're hearing you on the smaller frame prints, and they are going out the door very rapidly. So I'm going to continue to do hopefully a better job of picking those up. Those are ones that I have to pick up, and I can't order them online and then pick them up, but we are hearing you. You've enjoyed those, and it's just amazing how many are going out the door. So if there's something like that you need to let us know, hey, I like this, but I need it, I like this large picture, but I need it in a smaller space. My walls are full, and maybe this one isn't the right size. Well, talk to us. We will try to get them to frame it in more of the primitive frame with glass, if you like it that way, and in different styles. So we are learning that many people want the smaller prints. We may not always have all the things they're looking for, but our framers have been gracious recently we've experimented with kind of seeing if they would do some of those smaller 5x7 or 6x9 or 8x10 frames in the styles that you want. And they've been very gracious about that. So again, just please let us know. So drinking the coffee, doing whatever you do on a Sunday morning, and then we know you're going to come out and see us today, right? So today's the 15th here at 𝗧𝗵𝘂. We're open from noon until 4. We're just going to experiment a little bit, trying to also give some time for, paperwork, tax work. Yeah, that's me up in here early doing that. And also trying to give maybe a half day off to our full-time team so that they can rest just a little bit in the morning as well. But being here during what is normally on Sundays our busiest hours anyway, so we'll kind of see how that goes. We got numerous calls yesterday or multiple calls rather, about were we going to be here today or not. So here we are, noon until 4. While you're out and about, I'm telling you, you might as well go ahead up to Miscellaneous in Fairfield, because if you haven't been, it's the largest selection of new product I've ever helped push into that store over a holiday period. You know, as things continue, and we still have lots of closeouts, these have been really popular too. But as we continue to get under one roof here at 𝗧𝗂𝗁 Collections, we are under one roof, but as that becomes more and more controllable and I get into a routine with handling the office and all that mess and the paperwork, it's allowed me some extra time now to do one of the things that I love best, and that's also working at Miscellaneous in Fairfield. So spending lots of time up there helping with not only placing orders, bringing them in through here, she's bringing in orders through there, but then taking them up, dropping them off when I'm up there, so that two of us again are working on ordering different things. That certainly was the great thing all these years. You know, it's been starting our 19th year at Miscellaneous, and the 𝗧𝗂𝗁 stores definitely took me away. And the beauty of when that wasn't the case, or prior to 𝗧𝗂𝗁, was just the two of us being able to work together and order things and work on displays. But we are getting there again. So if you have been in there in the past, Christmas, and we were pretty much ransacked, thanks again for a successful year 2023, not only here at 𝗧𝗂𝗁 but at Miscellaneous. But if we were a little bit ransacked up at Miscellaneous here at the end of the year, just know that we are giving it our all, both of us together again. So you're missing out if you don't go back and give it a shot. We also had a lot of people that went up there, up to Fairfield, again, Miscellaneous off of I-81 exit 200. It's really easy. It's just 35 minutes on the interstate north of Buchanan. You get off exit 200, take a right, go to the stop sign, past the McDonald's, take another right, and it's a brick building on the right. But there are a lot of people that really, I think, got confused, and I'm just learning this more and more, and they went to the right-hand side of that brick building, and that was, you know, with all grace, you know, as people call them, junk shops. And I'm not calling the product junk, but nonetheless, it wasn't Miscellaneous product. So there was some confusion, and I want people to realize if you did that, in other words, if you went to the right-hand side of the building, and I could understand where that could happen, then we are in the left-hand side of that building. Again, Miscellaneous is in the left-hand side of the building. The right-hand side, that store is now closed. But if you did that, got a bad taste in your mouth, like, why did 𝗧𝗂𝗁 recommend me? This doesn't look like, you know, items that she carries. I had a lot of fun. I found some cute secondhand things, but wasn't anything. What in the world was she thinking sending me up here? Then you went to the wrong place. So we want to make sure that isn't the case for more and more people. But I keep hearing that each and every week, the ones that are gracious enough to tell me, you know, hey, and I figure out what's happened. So again, Miscellaneous has the smaller decorative items without the furniture focus. There are going to be similarities. So if you don't want to drive all the way here, and there's, you know, it's possible that it's there, but there are many differences. Product that's brought in just for that store, we want it to be different, but we also want it to have the 𝗧𝗂𝗁 flavor, you know, so again, putting my touch back in there a little bit, so that if there's some things here you really like, and let's say I run out, then maybe there are some there. So it's a mix, but it's very different, and it's definitely worth going. So as I ramble on here, again, I've shown you many of these things in the lives, restocked on all things night lights, all things park lamps. In our linen room, we continue to get in linens almost every week. This is the time of year where we will, you know, we did a little bit of a winter reset already, but new items, I'm placing large orders for new items, and as they get in the country, you know, I will be able to continue to add, and we'll do more resets certainly. But if there are things that you're looking for, whether it's frame prints, linens, bedding, remember, got to have those quilts. We do still have a bedding aisle, or rugs, and we don't have the size or the pattern that you're looking for, we can always order. So give us a shot. check us out, talk to us, and just let us know what you're looking for, or bring in things that we can help you match to. You know, as I say, for goodness sakes, if you're going to bring in a photo, then please remember to bring in, or to make sure that the photo accurately represents whatever it is you're taking the picture of. We still have some closeouts laying around. These continue to be popular. I can probably handle them laying out. My grandmother would call them, you know, rags laying out. That's just a funny expression she always called. She got to hang the rags on the line. You know, the clothesline. Remember those days when there were clotheslines and you actually hung clothes out and they smelled so good and you went out to get them? Yeah, I remember those too. But with that being said, these have been really popular. Closeouts, I got to tell you, the last couple weeks, people have been loading up. So whether you're looking for closeout valances, closeout line layer valances, this is certainly one of my favorites. And I'm going to see if I can find it on the wall here, so I'll probably shake the camera around to show it to you. This is called Jam Jar, and you can see it right here. It's in a line layered valance. It's a great valance that, you know, it's just been closed out. The normal valance is right there, in other words, without the line layer. And we have it over here displayed in a swag set. So all of those are kind of pushed right up under there. But the line layered valance, I mean, where are you going to find one of those for 20 bucks? So take advantage of the closeouts while they're out. Whether you stock up with a little tub in the closet for when you miss a birthday, or you think about a birthday late at night, or perhaps you want to start shopping for Christmas for next year, you know, hey, that isn't such a bad thing, because what does that mean? You have more peace and joy and harmony in the Christmas season, right? When all your shopping is pretty much wrapped up early. Our bedroom section's getting pretty depleted again, which, again, it's feast or famine. You hear me talk about this all the time. Either we have it or we don't. We do have a nice antique white set. You can see there with the Michael's Cherry, the 6-drawer dresser. We've got one nightstand that goes with it, as well as a 5-drawer chest of drawers. So that's the only complete set we have at the moment. As far as Black Michael's Cherry, we have it in a queen size bed, and we do have 2 nightstands that can pair up with it. But if you're just looking for queen beds, we certainly have those as open stock as well. If you are looking for a piece of furniture and you need it in a different color or stain, now's the right time to order. I've been able to waive the uncertainty fee, which is that fee that kind of protects me from the standpoint of price changes. In other words, my price isn't locked in until I pick up. 2 years of that was like, okay, this is enough. You know, we're going to have to start sharing here. So I've been able to waive that uncertainty fee for the first quarter. I was, I don't want to say guaranteed, but I felt as if I was guaranteed that I wouldn't get any price changes, you know, for the first quarter in the conversations I had. It wasn't 2 days later, and guess what? A new fact sheet rolled in onto my printer for one of my Amish vendors. So, you know, whatever the case may be that happened, I'm not going back on my word, and that's just kind of a little bit of the circumstances that go on. You try to bring pricing down or go back to the old days of, you know, dropping fees, and you call them fees instead of surcharges, and then what happens? Boom, you get bammed again. That's not a sympathy plea. I'm just kind of trying to explain that there just are no guarantees, but I am going to stick to my word. I said it, and I'm going to. No uncertainty fees if you order furniture during the first quarter. We'll have to just take it quarter by quarter and see how things go. I hope we finally get back to the days that some of these prices come down. In our Lancaster Legacy line of furniture, and I'll take you over to that island in just a moment, I am grateful to see not only their lead time has dropped down to about 10 to 12 weeks. Again, it's the high-end Mercedes line of furniture, but they've backed off of their pricing some. The only one that so far that's been able to back off of their pricing some. So with that in mind, if you're looking for furniture that's in oak or cherry or some of the higher-end hardwoods, you know, now's a good time to look at Lancaster Legacy. It's quality heirloom furniture. I mean, all our furniture is great, don't get me wrong. But, you know, a Mercedes isn't the same as a Lexus. So with that being said, it's a great time to look at Lancaster Legacy. Some of their pricing has come down. In addition to that, their lead time has come way down as well. As far as our other furniture pricing wise, again, I just mentioned I don't see it coming down. I'm just trying to, beg and plead. Do we have to continue to raise prices? Because, we're at the point now where it's like embarrassing to put some prices on. So I'm going to try to absorb as much of that as I possibly can. Because at some point, how much can you continue to raise prices and let the market bear it? So being an accountant, I certainly realize that, but we are here to obviously have to make a profit to stay in business, and all is well. But I am planning for the long haul and trying to be as smart as possible as I can with the help of the good Lord to think about, what can we do to bring pricing down in some areas. And of course, the vendor that I was trying to bring pricing down sent me the price increase. It wasn't supposed to happen. But are there areas that we can take costs out? So we are working very hard not to just okay, it's got to go up. It's got to go up. But with that being said, we're hitting a lot of obstacles as far as pricing and shipping are concerned. So that's just a little bit behind the scenes. I like to keep you in the loop about what's going on, maybe boring you. But business-wise, I think if you know some of the things that go on behind the scenes in a small business, maybe it just opens our eyes a little bit more to other small businesses as well. Here at the front of the store, I did want to show you this table before it leaves. It's a 42-inch round table. Michael's Cherry Black. We've got it paired up with 2 ladder-back chairs, and as I like to say, it's been adopted, so it will be leaving. For now, though, lots of paperwork to fight. I'm going to turn the lights off and go back to fighting some paperwork, but I'm hoping an early live will get you on the way to seeing us between noon and 4 today at 𝗧𝗂𝗁 Collections. Remember, you can always send over screenshots to 𝗧𝗂𝗁 Collections with an S marketing at gmail.com of anything that you would like to buy over the phone. You can also call us. We will return the phone calls in the order that they are received. And don't forget to check out all our goodies by the register. Our 𝗥𝗲𝗴𝘂𝗂𝗍 products are phenomenal. I love the facial moisturizer, particularly this time of the year and in the summer with the SPF. We've got little containers of hand sanitizer, the body wash, the foot balm, the serious hand repair cream. Who needs that? Put me down for that. And we're also restocked on all things scented cube from Crossroads as well. So for now, though, serve faithfully, pray daily, some new signs as well, and live humbly and never ever forget where you came from. And that's a wrap. Casey here at 𝗧𝗂𝗁 Collections in Buchanan, Virginia.